Hi, everyone. Ho, ho, no, 'cause mommy's po, and there's nothing in Santa's sack for you. So let it snow. She told Dad to go, and she's never coming back for you. So now you'll have yourself a very little Christmas now. These Christmas scenes, black and blue with reds and greens. Your apparel's never been less gay. But the Salvation Army, Air Force, Navy, and Marines couldn't save this holiday. Deck the halls, the shopping malls are full of wreaths and Christmas trees. In this economy, still you see other kids get air guns and Nintendo Wiis, but not you. So have yourself a merry little Christmas. Hi everyone, it's Comic Artist Pro Secrets. I'm Ethan Van Sciver. Good to see you. Great to be here. I haven't done a live stream in a little while. I thought I would do a few songs before we get some people in here. So if we could get people in here at a quicker rate than they leave, that would be impressive. My bomb shelter is pretty nice. I took Dwight Eisenhower's advice. It's full of things I like: a stationary bike, powdered milk, some gyms and rice. It's not as if I asked my spouse to excavate beneath our house. She told me it was silly. She said, now come on, really, there's only so much she allows. And it's a real shame, because when the bombs are exploding, you'll all be freeloading, but I'm prepared, you see. With a mushroom up balloon, it's just enough room in my bomb shelter for me and maybe my cat. What do you think of that? My bomb shelter has bonsai trees, just like the Karate Kid. A generator with DVDs, but it's only one man sized. So while you're vaporized, I'll enjoy its amenities, because my bomb shelter is mine, all mine. So I don't want to hear you whine. It won't seem so dumb when those SJWs come and I'm watching Star Wars Episode 9. Let's see if you're cocky when it's Nagasaki outside in your little town. You'll absorb radiation while I'm on vacation 25 feet underground. I'll be drinking milk and pajamas made of silk. My bomb shelter is pretty nice. You should take John F. Kennedy's advice, but wear a helmet. You and I thought we'd fly to Rio for dinner. We must have been high, but you and me and another 3 friends of yours crashed, George, Mike, and Emily. Now there's nothing to eat except for the meat that once was your friends who lived up the street. And I saved the last piece of George for you, though I gorged on the other two. I saved the last of George for you, and I saved the last piece of George for you. He was vegan, so he's tough to chew, but I saved the last of George for you. You were so right the other night when we disagreed, if there'd still be room for Dwight. Now we'll make amends when our dinner date ends, but I gotta say, you've got great taste in friends. And I saved the last piece of George for you, though I gorged on the other two. I saved the last of George, and I saved the last piece of George for you. Shalom, if you are a Jew, but I saved the last of George for you. Asleep, that's when I creep and I lick all the butter in your fridge. When you are not awake, I unwrap your landolic and I lick all the butter in your fridge. The butter in your fridge. Butter in your fridge. So have some parquet, it contains my DNA from when I licked all the butter in your fridge. And have a pad of poop on it, I practically spat upon it when I licked all the butter in your fridge. Nothing gross about this. There's nothing gross about this either. Nobody told me when I was a kid it's no big deal, but I wish they did. Bobby Drake is gay. Thanks to Jean Grey, Bobby Drake is gay. Bobby Drake and Wolverine are gay. Couldn't park us because of your carcass whose rear blocked the last parking space. I didn't get a look at your face till you walked into Arbys like you own the whole place, unsure of your gender with just one suspender, a sign, a horrible chore. You piddled all over the floor. It was then you won me over, and I wanted to know more, cause you reek like a cadaver. But I gotta have her, she's my kind of girl. You're in my heart. Do we have enough people in here now, or should we do one more? Should I torture you guys with another song? I wanna do karate on your lifeless body. I wanna hang you like a heavy bag. And I'll make all your friends watch when I crane kick your dead crotch. You'll evacuate and make them gag. And that's what you get. That's what you get. I don't know what you did, but that's what you get. That's what you get. That's what you get. That's what you get. I wanna drink a few highballs and gouge out your eyeballs and pee into your hollow skull. And while hellfire's waiting, I'll notify Satan to torture your eternal soul. And that's what you get. That's what you get. I don't know what you did, but that's what you get. That's what you get. That's what you get. That's what you get. This one's sad. Pablo Hidalgo is where JJs Call goes about the Lucasfilm universe. I could curse when I think about what he did to Han Solo. Pablo Hidalgo, where did your balls go in Kathleen Kennedy's purse? Nothing's worse than seeing that woman as your mom. Yeah, Solo's a bomb, and the DVD sales didn't rescue it. Wait, where'd I go? There it is. That movie sure did suck. Pablo Hidalgo. SJW Star Wars Sex Scandal Part 2 is gonna make all of you and your friends look like cucks. One last one. The Mac Dad'll make you jump, jump. The Daddy Mac will make you jump, jump. Crisscross will make you jump, jump. Jump, jump. The Mac Dad'll make you jump, jump. The Daddy Mac will make you jump. Crisscross will make you jump. Don't try to compare us to another bad little fag, cause I'm the Mac and I'm bad. Give me something that you never had. I'll make you jump, jump, wiggle and shake your rump, cause I be kicking the flavor that makes you wanna jump. How high? Real high, cause I'm just so fly. A young, huggable, lovable type of guy. And everything is to the back with a little slack, cause inside out is wiggity, wiggity, wiggity whack. Come stomping with something to keep you jumping. R&B, ABD, prep is what I'm dumping. So don't be talking about crisscross, we all that. So when they ask, do we rock, say believe that. Jump, jump, Daddy Mac will make you jump, jump. Daddy Mac will make you jump, jump. Crisscross will make you jump, jump. Jump, jump. Mac Dad will make you jump, jump. Daddy Mac will make you jump, jump. Crisscross will make you jump. Believe that. Hi everyone. All right, so we got 736 people, unfortunate people here, who are here to watch my shoes, and a live stream, an old school live stream, the type of which we haven't done in so long. We haven't done this in so long together. Look at this Tylenol. I had a headache, terrible headache. But what are you gonna do? How are you guys doing in the chat? What's going on? I thought the piano was called Nerd Stage 2. It is when I play it. It is when I play it. I want to hear Ballad of Renfamous. I can't. Can you imagine writing a Renfamous ballad? That would be nice. Whiskey took the headache away for you. Well, not me. I mean, I do. I have a pounding headache. I'm going through all of this stuff here, as you could see. I'm putting together this documentary, part two, of I mean, the most cucked out. I have to say, I've come to so many realizations making this documentary that have clarified what's going on in pop culture, and I'm a richer person for it. I mean, I really truly feel like I understand what's going on now and why things happen the way that they do. It's pretty amazing. All right, let me see. I got a couple super chats, and thank you for these guys. I appreciate it. Thank you for tipping your piano, man. All right, hang on a second. Let me read these super chats. Thanos EVS, thanks for $1.99. Beautiful piano skills. Thank you so much. Go Jirify, thanks for $2. Invite the guys and Comicsgate girl in here. Not tonight, not tonight. Or maybe, no, not tonight, not tonight. This is going to be a quick one. This is old school. See, I like to push you guys back and forth here. All right. This morning I launched a really kind of advanced, I wouldn't call it advanced, but a carefully edited and produced version of what this show could be if we wanted it to be that way. And I just said, what do you guys think? I've spent most of my career on YouTube having people say, hey, why do you just do this? What's with the pencil and pointing at an iPad? And people have made fun of me for that. Like, why is it so low tech? Well, the reason why it's low tech like that is because I'm copying diversity in comics. So many people spend time editing and producing and chopping up these videos that just take forever. And there's something kind of down homey about the way that he just takes his camera and he points it at a comic book and then he just talks. And I agree with that. I enjoy those videos. I like to listen to them. You get a kind of POV shot of what he's looking at, and that's really kind of all you need. So I'm talking about comic book articles and pop culture articles and stuff like that. Really, all you need is, you just need a pencil. This is my pointer. People are asking me about this all the time. This pencil has become legendary. It's the same pencil. I use it every single time, and I've been using it for the entire, 14 months now that we've been on YouTube. It's a Stiedler. A German friend corrected me. It's not a Steidler. It's a Stiedler pencil, lead holder with blue lead in it, and this is what I use to draw all my videos or draw all my pages for Cyberfrog. So it's just handy. It's around to point at things, etc., etc. Anyway, so I produced this video. I said, "What do you guys think of it?" And you guys said, "I don't know. We feel like." I think the best comment was like somebody said, "We feel like there's like a barrier between us now, like another barrier." And I'm not crazy about that idea. I'm not crazy about. Let me turn this up. I'm not crazy about having more barriers. Like if it seems like there's a wall between us of this kind of artificiality that comes from an overproduced video, well, that is something that I don't necessarily want there to be. So, now I'm hitting you in the other direction, 180 degrees. We're going old school and doing a live stream the way we used to, which is a piano concert. And those of you who are new here, by the way, this channel blew up today. We got 300 and something new subscribers. So there are a lot of new people in here who have never been to one of these streams, have never, have never heard my terrible songs. Songs are awful. They're awful. Yeah. But Corinne L says, I think the slick edits are good from time to time. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel too. I want to go back and forth. I don't want there to be anything that you can kind of expect. There are times when, just like, confronting an article kind of face to face and in a sloppy kind of way like this, just, oops, I accidentally hit the camera. Just like confronting an article like toe thumb, is probably good for the channel. It probably makes better videos to just point at an article this way and discuss it. But in any case, I figured out, I was watching a bunch of old internet aristocrat videos, and I went, I like the way he did that, and I could do that. I could do that right on my iPhone. So I did, and everybody's like, what are you using, your computer? Are you using high tech? No, I'm using my iPhone. It's no different, than the way I'm making this video now. I'm pretty good. Really, I'm pretty good by this point at using the apps that I have on my iPhone, the editing apps. So I can actually make something that looks pretty good just with my iPhone. And that's what I'm doing to make these documentaries. Rump Roastwich said, thanks for $5. Says, who is this angel that I hear singing? I don't know, but it's Christmas time, and maybe this angel is announcing the birth of your savior. Could be. I could be that angel. I hope not. I hope that the wise men didn't have to follow songs like the ones that I write. All right, Robert Willing, thanks for $2. Ethan, give a shout out to my waifu stream tomorrow. All right, so go to Robert Willing's not waifu stream. Waifu stream. Go check that out. And let's see, Melissa Irving, thanks for $4.99. Disney's Star Wars' Galaxy's Edge will sell blue milk. L'chaim. Okay, that's disgusting. Are they really doing that? Is that true? Is that true? Hold on, let me get a hat on. All right, very good. If they sell blue milk the way that they sell buttercream soda or whatever at the Harry Potter park, I'm gonna be pissed off or freaked out anyway. That is weird. Evan James, thanks for $2. Says that performance was worth so much more than $2. Yeah, yeah. Thank you so much. Well, I haven't done music in a little while. I have been hearing. I listen to criticism, and I kind of take it to heart. This channel belongs to me, but it's hosted. It's like it exists because of you. So if the kind of content that you want to see isn't making it to the channel, we need to correct that. I mean, I'm not a magician, but I can certainly do the stuff that you've seen me do that you like. More of that. That's cool. Peephole Circus, £2, thanks. Lo-Fi EVS is the best EVS. Can I get a Wamen? Wamen. Absolutely Wamen. Let's see. Trenchard1375 says, hashtag remember Thor is the hashtag Thor fans. Is the hashtag Thor fans on Twitter. All right. So if you like Thor, remember Thor. Hashtag remember Thor. Christian Parker says, man, what are you doing here? What do you mean? I'm doing what I always do. I'm making fantastic entertainment for my subscribers. Downshift, thank you for $5. I like your low-tech streams, or low-tech videos, solo streams, 10-person streams, piano music, edited scripted videos, varieties of spice of life. Don't get complacent. Yeah, I want to try new things. I mean, I'm ambitious as heck. I was telling Andrea, I was like, as I'm making, all I need is a subject. All I need is a story, because I told Andrew, I was like, I want to make documentaries. As I'm working on this documentary and new information comes in and things are starting to make more sense to me about this one particular story. I mean, this is kind of a mini version to me of those like West Memphis 3 documentaries that were on HBO. I mean, obviously it's nothing nearly as, as evil as that. Well, it might be in a way, but it's not about murder, fortunately. It's the kind of thing where I like these Robert Stone documentaries where he kind of shows you bits of footage, shows you things, and then just lets you come to your own conclusion. And that's kind of what I want to do, even though I do voiceovers to explain things. I do want to kind of just take all this evidence, and there really is kind of a massive, I don't know if you'd call it a conspiracy, but it's something like that. It's something like that behind all of this, behind this whole story. So I was telling Andrew, I was like, I really do like to make documentaries. And I might make like a couple documentaries per year on this channel. I've got a YouTube channel. I've got now 83,000 subscribers, and it's growing. Like I said, over 300 new subs today. Big growth day today. Every now and then, let's find an interesting, compelling subject, like something that's kind of scandalous and fun and actually says something about the pop culture world that we inhabit, and do a nice, finished, funny documentary about it and make it a project. So it's just no bottom to it. I got a message from my little brother who said that he was really enjoying these videos. So that's cool. I mean, if he likes them, they're good. All right, let me see here. Gojirify says, EVS, do they know it's Christmas time at all? You're going to make me go back over to my piano in a second. That is the worst Christmas song ever. That is the worst Christmas song ever. There won't be snow in Africa this Christmas time. They don't need it. They're not looking for it. They don't have it usually, as far as I know. And not in the famine, areas, not in the places where it doesn't rain. There's probably not going to be snow. They're not expecting it. They're not going to be disappointed about it. And then he goes, "The greatest gift you'll get this year is life." That's weird because in We Are the World, Michael Jackson says that life is the greatest gift of all. So he goes, "And life, the greatest gift of all." So Merry Christmas. You're getting the greatest present that anybody got. I don't know what you're complaining about. These British people, I mean, their version of their Christmas song, life is, big deal. The greatest gift you're going to get is life, but that's the greatest gift of all. Yeah. Greatest gift, look at this year's life. Nothing ever grows, no rain nor river flows. Do they know it's Christmas time at all? Well, how many of them are Christians? Like what? It's weird, man. They probably have their own holidays. they probably they probably have their own traditions. In famine-stricken areas of Africa. They don't need Christmas. But if you want to send them some presents, that's a good idea. You can send them gifts. But don't do a big don't do a big like Live Aid style thing and then hand a whole lot of money over to some African warlord, which is what happened to the Live Aid money. From what I read, I mean, they did that Live Aid concert that happened in Philadelphia in England. I remember the day that it happened in 1985, I think. We went there. We were in Philadelphia when Live Aid was going on, and Phil Collins was on the stage, I think. And it's just like they raised all that money. They made a big deal. They had that song, We Are the World. They raised a ton of money. That money went to Africa, and it went right into the pocket of a warlord who used it to oppress his people further. I mean, that is awesome. That is liberalism. That is liberalism. Yeah. Abaddon says drunk African warlords did nothing wrong. Adrian Stone says, "Whoa, drunk EVS is in every video." Well, I'm not drunk. I haven't had anything to drink today at all. I'm just very happy. It's December 1st. It's December 1st, guys. It's Christmas time. It's Christmas time. All right, let me see here. Dragon of the Blackpool says, "I love Lowtech EVS. I agree fully about that barrier comment. Also, your musicianship is on point tonight." Thank you. I made a couple mistakes, but I can, I always think like, what if we did like a convention, and what if I had a baby grand piano and I could just drink and, do a set of music of awful songs that you guys all know every word to, after hours, and then eat pie. Then just put our faces in pie, that would be fun. That would be a fun thing, and we're gonna get to that. I think it might not be next year. It might not be 2019, even though we've got investors, by the way, crawling out of the woodwork who want to be involved in Comicsgate. Big investors, guys, Fox News personalities who want to invest in Comicsgate and know people who want to invest in Comicsgate, and then other people who actually want to, set up conventions, a Comicsgate convention. Somebody wants to make one in Philadelphia. Somebody wants to do one in Tennessee. And we think Texas would be a good place to do one too, where it's only Comicsgate. We'll invite local retailers if they want to come. But really what it'll be about is it's about meeting all the Comicsgate personalities, everyone who aligns with Comicsgate, fans who love Comicsgate, people who want to check out the books and meet the people and get autographs. Obviously, security will be heavy because NPCs are nasty, horrible people who will probably try to ruin it. But we'll just throw them in jail and we'll beat them with clubs, with billy clubs. We'll have cops with billy clubs. Do they still have those? Or tear gas. I want a cop with the is that pepper spray? And just walk by the protesters, the anti-Comicsgate protesters, and just pepper spray them all. That would be fun. And then we could go inside and celebrate the love and joy of comics. Trebuchets, absolutely. Absolutely. All right, let me see here. Oh, Evan James, thanks for $10. He says it was worth $10 and a lot of clapping. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Matt Becker says for $2, he says more live streams, you goody bird. Yeah, somebody yelled at me about that today. It was weird. I had somebody who, and I'm sorry if you're in the chat and you're going to, you're going to know I'm talking about you, and I'm sorry. I had a fan kind of post in the comments to me today. He's like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "You're not," and he said something weird that I was like, What are you talking about?" He's like, "You're not doing any, like, you're not selling any more copies of Cyberfrog. You're not doing live streams. You're not asking us for money." And I said, "Yeah, I thought that was a good thing." I thought it was a good thing. I said, "I don't need any money, and I'm working on Cyberfrog, and we have this kind of thing where Cyberfrog has closed out. You can't buy it anymore." And he's like, "That's not good." He's like, "I'm losing interest." I honestly, I didn't know what he was talking about, but his whole thing about, and I still don't. I'm confused about the idea of being mad because I'm not asking my subscribers for money. I feel like you guys have given me and this community. I'm going to use that word advisedly, community, so much this year. I mean, Cyberfrog did really, really well. You help support all of these books and get these fledgling little publishing companies up off the ground. Hopefully, some of them are going to evolve next year and become publishing concerns. Like really, somebody like John Malin. Well, John Malin's John Malin's coming along with me. All right, there. Don't tell anyone. But these other guys, I mean, Mike Miller and some other guys, who they're going to start their own like publishing houses, and I want them to do really, really well next year and start up like their own kind of. This is all stuff. I mean, we've raised so much money, and then you guys contributed to, your boy Zach's war chest, his legal war chest. He is able to kind of stand up for himself now, and do great things. Protect his interests, protect Comicsgate, protect everything that. I mean, he's a target. He's a major target. I've got plenty of money. I don't, I've got enough money to publish Cyberfrog, and I'm sending off. I'm all right. I'm sending off 1998 to print. All right. So, well, it's got to be lettered, but I'm sending it off. Probably be done this week. I'm thinking that what I'm going to do is 1998 turned out to be a little bit longer. It's actually full-sized. It's a full-sized issue. There are extra pages. Because I just didn't stop. I wanted to do more and more. I wanted to, So I'm going to be sending that off to print. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to, since we have the money, I might as well print up full-size versions too. So there'll be the 1998 Ashcan that's limited, like miniature sized, and those will all be autographed. And then I might as well just print up comic book sized versions as well because I have the money. It's big enough to do it. It's enough pages. Maybe I could get a couple of pinups out of Cyberfrog fans like that I've seen a lot of fan art, put them in the back as well. So it's just like I'll have these crates of comics. I don't really know how I'm going to get rid of them yet. I'm probably only going to print up like 1,000, maybe 2,000 of them, and they'll be full sized. It'll be Cyberfrog #1. It's going to be Cyberfrog #1. 1998 is going to be flipped into the Ashcan's called 1998, but the same material is going to be called Cyberfrog #1 because it is. I mean, it is Cyberfrog #1. So there's that. That's going to happen this week. We're making real progress on getting Blood Honey done. Oh my God, it's something else. I've still got it. There are people who donated extra to be in the scenes where bees come and kill them. I have to get those pages are not done, so I have to get their photographs and get ready to put them into the story. It's nasty. As I was drawing bees killing people, I realized that I'm worried that some people will be like, "Hey, I thought this was for kids." Sorry. I'm going to try to make it, even though it's violent and kind of gory, I'm not going to make it gory in a way that's like evil. It's going to be gory in a funny way. Because what these bees do is essentially, it's got to be funny. I got to do it like Mars Attacks violence. You know the movie Mars Attacks, where it's just like, people are reduced to skeletons and it's bloody and all that stuff. Well, that's kind of what I think I want to do. I want to make it so that these bees, when they kill people, it's violent, but it's not. There are no intestines flying everywhere and stuff like that. I've got a way to do it. They chew up your skin and everything. That's what they do. They turn it into paper. So I think about this stuff all the time, and I worry about it. I worry about people's responses to it. Like, this is way more violent than I expected it to be. Well, it is. It's it's the end of the world. So I gotta. Yeah. All right, let me see here. Oh, we got a lot more super chats. Thank you. Yeah, so anyway, more live streams. That was the point of all this. The guy who's like, you're not asking us for money anymore, was weird. I'm sorry. I disagree with you. But if the point of that is that you guys just want to be close and know what's up, and we do these daily kind of powwows where, we talk and, it's, I don't know, make fun of something. I don't know. Just stay in touch. I'm all for that. I think that's a great thing. Micah, math isn't my best subject. Thanks for $4.99. I really like the new video style. If you want to make documentary vids like that so no one else complains about the lack of low-tech vids, that's cool. Yeah, like I think that's kind of the direction that we're going. I just, basically I'm being influenced by these Medicare vids. Mr. Medicare makes these incredible, I mean, he's really, really smart, and he makes these incredible videos that really get to the heart of situations like these dark internet, like the people who lurk on the internet. That's kind of what I think I want to do. I want to be kind of Star Wars Gate and Comic Book Gate, Comics Gate, Medicare, where I mean, look, some of these weirdos who are harassing us, I'll find out a little bit about them, and I'm going to let you know, because some of them are weird, and maybe as they're acting like nuts and threatening people on the internet, I don't know, maybe they should, some of their behavior should be brought to light, or at least people should know who they are a little bit, and know what they're about, and know what they've done on the internet, et cetera, et cetera. No doxing, nothing, nothing like that, but like let's talk about what these people are up to on the internet under their code names or whatever it is, and I think those would make for some interesting videos. But also just a situation like this where it just kind of goes into what SJWs do when they invade a fandom, because that's the macro of this whole video that I'm doing, this whole documentary on Star Wars Gate. The macro of it is, it applies to everything. It applies to every fan community. They all do this. And I use the word community over and over again just because it falls out of my mouth. It's because it's what we hear. But even the word community is part of a tactic. It's a tactic to rob you of your individuality. Essentially, when you say something like, "Hey, I'm a fan of He-Man. I like He-Man and the Masters. I just like it. I've always liked He-Man." And then you meet other people online who say that they also like He-Man, and then you start to join chat groups and private groups, and suddenly you're part of they welcome you into a community. So you're no longer Joe, the guy who likes He-Man. You're Joe, part of the He-Man community. And being part of a community implies that you have responsibilities to that community, and there are standards to that community. And suddenly you're in a cult. You're in a He-Man cult. It is unbelievable how it happens. And then, since you're part of a cult, where people are gatekept and people kind of, their one cause is He-Man, then you have to worry about how you're treating women, and all this stuff, and are women being treated properly? And if you step out of line, the community, which now you're used to and you're accustomed to, will shun you, will utterly shun you. I don't want Comicsgate to ever be like that. I don't want us to behave like SJWs. Comicsgate is not it's not a community. It's a hashtag. It's something that you believe in, and it's an interest of yours. But you're all individuals. And when I see people talking about, hey, I'm part of the Comicsgate community, and even I've said that a couple times, because it's just something that you're used to hearing, and you just say it, and it's like we have to train ourselves to get out of that. Comicsgate isn't. It's like Comicsgate is something that you believe in, but it's not a religion. It's not something that you have responsibilities towards. It's just, yeah, I agree with that. I think left wingers are ruining comic books. That's a fact. So I am Comicsgate, but I owe Comicsgate absolutely nothing. I just agree with it, and we have to kind of keep it like that. I don't want it to become a club or a gate-kept community or anything like that. It's ridiculous. That is what SJWs do. And what it basically is it's a means of controlling people. Because if you're no longer Joe the individual, but Joe part of the community, now there's a leader in the community that can control you and tell you what to do and shame you and kick you out and all this stuff. Can't do it. Can't do it. King Hell says, here, I agree. Well, if everyone else does. So, Anyway, that's the macro of this whole documentary. Is like, being part of an SJW run fan community can ruin your life, and it does ruin your life in a lot of cases. You have to my illustration of somebody walking the tightrope up in midair. It's like that is correct. That's what it's like. You better walk that tightrope. You better make sure and maintain your balance, because one slip and you are falling to your doom, and it will in many cases ruin your life. You're giving SJWs the power to ruin your life. That's fascinating to me. All of this is fascinating, and it's all in Star Wars Gate. It's definitely in comics. It's definitely a part of what Comics Gate is fighting against. So, man, I don't know. I love this stuff. Absolutely love it. All right, so let me read the rest of these super chats. Thank you guys again. Appreciate these tips. This is nice. All right. Okay, so 1984 Trey, thanks for $5. Asks a question that a lot of people ask me. They say, "What video editor do you use?" All right, so I'm going to show you. He says, "I started a channel and I'm not sure what to use. I'm also going to change my YouTube name for the channel soon." Good, because I don't know what your YouTube name currently means. Let me see. This is an iPad. This is one of the ones that Ava uses all the time. All right, so this is the main one right here, Videorama. Okay, Videorama is a great app. I think it costs $4.99, but I mean, there's also a bigger version of it that's permanent. You can use all the features, and that is $14.99, like one-time fee. Absolutely sink some money into that and invest in that, because I use this app more than anything. This is another one. Oops, Video Shop. All right. What is all? Oh, this is all my Jabba the Hutt work material here. All right. I didn't mean to open it up. Video Shop. Video Shop is it's primitive. It was the first one that I started to use. All right. I use it for some things now, but it just doesn't do what Videorama does. So Video Shop is it is boomer tech. But you know what? Clean your iPad. I can't clean. Ava comes and grabs these, guys. I want you to understand something. You guys, this is all like Ava comes, takes my iPads and runs away with them. All right, so what else? Oh, there's one more that's really, really good. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Splice down here. Splice is a great app. It is. I mostly use it just for audio. It has a great music library. So all the classical music that you hear, that's where it comes from. Splice has it all, and it's all royalty free. So that the key thing to putting together one of these videos, obviously, is to use music that you're allowed to use. And there are ways to find out like if music is royalty free or not. So I know everyone's like, stop blaming your daughter. She takes my iPad. I don't even use my iPads very much anymore. She comes down to my office, takes my iPads down, and then runs away with them. And then they're little grubby, tiny little fingerprints all over my iPad screen. Yeah. Let's see. Robert Willing says, "Hey, that Umbrella Guy, can you go?" Okay, so is Umbrella Guy in here? Oh, there he is. Hey, Umbrella Guy. Nice to have you here. Everybody's happy to see Umbrella Guy. Let's see. Polly Dub says, "I use Vegas Pro. Got the feeling I went too far right off the bat. LOL." Stop saying EVS blaming his kid. I'm not blaming her. It's not like she did anything bad. She gets my iPads grubby. She's 2.5 years old. Vegas Pro. I would like to look into that. Yeah. I think that'd be a good idea. I would like to try some more apps, but I've mastered the ones that I have, and people are pretty impressed with the results that I get out of them. So, that's a good thing. All right, let me see here. Cross Comics. Somebody says Tug has a better channel than you, EVS. Yeah, no kidding. His channel's excellent. Cross Comics says going to talking with creator of Indiegogo comic book, The Wreck, into the breach at about 10:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, going to be talking. Okay, so go to Cross Comics if you want to hear him talk to the creator of The Wreck at 10:15 Eastern Standard Time. Miguel Flores, thanks for $5. Says, "I've been waiting. Where is that Butter Song single?" Well, I sang it. I did sing it. Mark C says, Uncle Ethan, at the Comic Con, can we get Ben Shapiro to debate Mark Wade? That would be embarrassing for Mark Wade. Sketch Therapy, hello, says, missed you live. Keep up the good work. Merry Christmas. Thanks, buddy. Mr. X Alliance, thanks for $10. What are the qualifications for new artists to join All Caps Comics? It's, I'm not going to be putting out that many books, just a couple. So I'm not really looking right now. Not this year. I mean, we want to grow this thing slowly and organically. And, I'm going to be using proven quantities. Kanan White is coming, Cecil's coming, and John Malin is coming over. I like John. Here's the thing. What are the qualifications? To have a great book that I want. I want to publish Graveyard Shift. I mean, it's great. Like, out of all the Comicsgate ideas that people have, I like them all. Graveyard Shift is the one that I wish I came up with. Graveyard Shift is the one that I'm like, oh my gosh, yeah, of course. Why didn't I think of that? So I like Graveyard Shift. I want to make sure that it keeps coming out. So I would like to publish that book. Damaj and I, thanks for $5. Forgot to tell you, got my Plan 9 shirt in. Gonna rock it next open mic up here in Brooklyn. Also, check out new vid in the channel. Cool. Thanks, Damaj and I. Thank you for your support. Trencher1375 says, it's the documentary we need. That Umbrella Guy, thanks for $2. Here's to Joe the individual. Yeah, here's to him. That is, you really have to think about the way this all kind of comes together here. And you say, why, what is this, what is this community nonsense? What are they talking about? Oh, that's why. You can control a community. A community, community has standards. It is not about the individual. It is about a commune. It's a, obviously, it's kind of a, do I want to say it's a communist idea? Kind of. Jesse N says, what will you do when you hit 100,000 subs? I'll go, woohoo. I have no plans to actually do anything about it. I'll be really, really happy because, that's obviously a goal and a landmark that everybody wants to get to. The Ballroom Photographer, thanks for $9.99. Hey, EVS, I've been following you in the High Council for the past year. I recently graduated from BYU and got my first real paycheck. Here's the first of many super chats. Keep up the good work. Wow, thank you, Ballroom Photographer and BYU. So we've got a fellow, probably LDS. My parents met when they went to BYU, and that's why I'm here. So, nice. Keeps it real. And I'm gonna look at the chat and see what you guys have to say. If you guys have questions, you can ask me. Just direct them at me. Say at Comic Artist Pro Secrets, so they line up in red, and I will see them and I will try to answer them. So Headrock says, when your fans ask what you're going to do for 100K, you say yes. Yeah, exactly. Well, what do you want me to do? That's I should put it that way. But I have no plans. I'm open to suggestions. Oregano Cat says, I like how to mix it up when you do your live stream. Most people always have the same style in the live stream. It gets a bit boring sometime that way. Keep up the great work. Thank you, Oregano Cat. Yeah, it's, so much of this is just keeping things fresh and trying new things. But they'll always be, why is the screen shaking? Don't blame Ava. Because I'm scrolling up on my phone. And that's why. And Ava's in bed. She didn't do anything wrong. But they'll always be familiar things about the show. And I want to keep the music. I don't know if you liked my new songs. I hope you didn't. The DJ D show says, Hail Pie King, can I have a shout out? Thank you for songs. Thank you, DJ D show. Appreciate you. And shout out to you. Matt Nolan says, EVS will have to make an emotional silver button video when he hits 100,000 subscribers. Yeah, that video of Mundane Matt crying over his silver button is incredibly soy-based. I don't really know how else to describe that video. I find it incredibly strange, and I wonder, why in the world, why do you want to show your feminine side like that to people? You want to know who sees me cry, who's ever seen me cry? My wife. That's it. I'm not showing that. I'm not showing that to the world. Why would you want to put that on YouTube? Why would you want to? I don't understand that. But that, again, that's part of the culture right now of men. I got to get. I swear to God, I'm going to kind of verge into a little bit of anti-third wave feminism this year because I think it's destructive. I think it's hurting men. You know, I really do. I feel like there needs to be a balance in the force. There's too much estrogen right now. It's too much estrogen. We don't need we don't need testosterone to overwhelm the world. You know, we don't need that. We don't, because testosterone, can be thoughtless. So we just need a little 50-50. But men should try to be men. This idea like that you're gonna get a little present in the mail and you're gonna film yourself crying over it, weeping like you're Sally Fields getting an Oscar in the 70s. I don't understand. I don't understand that at all. So what will I do when I get the button? I'll make a video thanking you for all my new subscribers and for helping me get there. Let's see. George Peter Gatsis says, how to submit a creator project, and love everything you're doing so far. George, this is the thing. I'm not accepting submissions. The key to being a comic skater who wants to actually produce comics aimed at people who believe in Comicsgate principles is to get out there and do it. You have to put together your Indiegogo campaign. You have to do the work. And you have to kind of promote it to you. Now, if it's extraordinary, if I look at it, if somebody sends it my way and I say, wow, this guy's really, really good on Discover Talent, you might end up on my live stream at some point, and I'll help you promote it. I'll help you promote you. But there's no submission process, because what we're doing, or what I'm doing, is just taking the money that I earned from Cyberfrog Blood Honey, putting out the comic book, and then I'm going to build a little publishing house just for myself, based on my ideas and one extra one, and that's John Malin. I'm going to bring John Malin in to be published under me, because I just think he's awesome. So that's what all caps comics is going to be. Now you can take your book, if it's really, really good, you can show it to other people like Mike S. Miller, like Doug TenNapel, like these other guys, Ikari Press, and say, hey, will you publish my comic? But you need to be prepared to be a self-starter. This is all about building yourself up from the ground up. It's about doing your own promotion and all of that. And you can do it, within, Comicsgate personalities have live streams. So, you can actually go to them, these creators, and be on their live streams, and promote your book a little bit more. And when I say personalities combines creators and YouTube critics, okay? YouTube critics have big channels as well. All right, let me see here. So good luck to you, by the way. Oh, I'm way behind here. Scroll ahead. Sketch Therapy says, please consider moving these live streams to your second channel after Super Chats, keeping the short vids here, and making the third channel to archive it all private. Yeah, I don't know how to do that, honestly. I don't know how to take a live stream that's automatically embedded and uploaded to the channel and take it and put it somewhere else. I guess I could figure out how to download it, and then... But, it just seems like a lot. Trevor Wright says, why did you go see John Legend? Isn't he a super leftist with Trump derangement syndrome? Yes. I guess that's what I hear. I've never heard him say that. I went because my wife really likes him, and I saw him perform before opening for Sade in like 2010, before he was really a name, and I thought he was pretty good. It was a Christmas show. It was at a casino, so I could play blackjack. How's that for an answer? It was a nice date. And by the way, I don't care if, some of these people who are super leftists with Trump derangement syndrome, it's almost inevitable. You hear about people, being insane, and I just assume they're insane. I'm pleasantly surprised to find out people aren't insane these days. What do you still have to appreciate art, When you sleep, are you the big spoon or the little spoon? That's a very personal question, but I would say I'm neither. I'm neither. But what would I prefer? I guess I'd. That's a weird question. I don't know. Full Killer says, "Are you ever gonna do commentaries again?" Yeah, I will go and do. I'm gonna do commentary tracks for the last few Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps books that I did. I think there are like 8 issues that I haven't done commentaries for. So I'll do them when I feel like it, when I actually feel like looking through them again. So much of it. There are a few issues that are really, really good. I did a 4-issue story arc called Fracture that I think contains some of my best work. And then the stuff after that, I was ready to go. Frenzied Chaos, thanks for $4.99. I work in a mall and I saw a guy who looked like you in a Bath and Body Works. I yelled, Ethan, Ethan, but you didn't say hi. He said it's happened before. That is weird. And that was me, Frenzied. So I did hear you, and I knew it was. Sorry about that. Just kidding. I guess there are a lot of people who unfortunately look like me in the world. Peephole Circus, £5. Been almost a year watching you now. Found my passion for comics again and learning ink art. Even got to chat to Doug all in a year. Cheers, Ethan. Thanks, Peephole Circus, for £5. I appreciate that. Good. This is fun. Jesse N, thanks for $5. I found the cure to take. I found the cure to soy. Take choline and betaine supplements. It's called methylation. Makes excess estrogen inert and pass through urine. Is that true? That's cool, man. Splendopia says, how would you recommend launching an ongoing floppy series? Well, look, I'm going to be doing Cyberfrog as floppies. I've crowdfunded the big, exciting version of it. And then I'm going to, since the work is all done and paid for, I mean, that's the key thing. Like, what does this money go to? Well, when you're crowdfunding a comic book, you're hoping to get enough money to print it, but it's even better if you can get enough money to actually pay yourself to do it, so that you can pay your bills while you're working on excuse my language, a comic book. Comic books are a lot of work. They take a long time. So, paying your bills while you're able to while you're drawing the comic book is an important thing. So once you've got the comic book already drawn and you've got a little money to publish it, it's not a bad idea to go ahead at that point and then just solicit it through Diamond and get it out there through, regular distribution channels. After all, everything that you'll make will be profit. The book's already been drawn. You've been paid to draw it. It's very generous of people to involve themselves in crowdfunding. So when I actually solicit Cyberfrog 1, 2, and 3, because this is 3 issues worth of work that I'm doing here for Blood Honey, they'll be broken down into 3 floppies. It's all paid for. Whatever I make, even if it sells 300 copies, I don't know what it's going to sell. That's all profit, and I do want to just get it out there so that people can grab copies of it. Anth 1984 Trey says, for 100,000 subs, burn something again. Well, okay. Lou Illustration says, try not to hog all the talent. Yeah, well, I'll try not to. But there's so much talent here. I don't think I could even possibly. Umbrella Guy says, just DL with a pro and upload. Download with a pro and upload. Okay. That's a good, that way to move the live stream somewhere else. How would the violence in Robert Willing says, how would the violence in Cyberfrog compare to how Psycho Pirate died in Infinite Crisis, mask through the face? Similar to that, I think. Yeah. Guys. I can barely talk. The thing about not doing live streams every day is you lose your voice really quickly. But I did sing a lot, so I kind of do have an excuse. I did a lot of singing. All right, let me see here. Headrock says, I saw you walking around Kinshasa, Congo the other day. I shouted, hey, Ethan, but you didn't notice. Yeah, I think that was Bigfoot. Casey Izawa says, why didn't you get into character during the LARPing last night? I was too tired. I told those guys I would come in, but I was really kind of preoccupied. I was working on my comic. And really, when I'm working on my comic book, I can't do this and draw too well. I have done it. When you hear me being really quiet on a live stream, it's because I'm drawing. But I couldn't do something like this, nor could I pay attention to, a Dungeons and Dragons game and draw at the same time. So I just couldn't do it. Comic Book Guy says, release your songs on an album. I think you should edit your vids like Grace Randolph from Beyond the Trailer. If you don't know who that is, check out her channel. She's great. I do know who she is. She is great. She is great. Yeah. Immortal Coil says, will Ava be raised knowing Vader is Luke's father, or will you let her figure it out organically? The bomb recently dropped for my little one. Well, I don't know if she'll be interested, but she's a girl, I mean, that's the truth of the matter is, I talk about this and people go, "That's sexist." No, I don't think so. In my experience, girls don't like Star Wars, and I don't expect Ava to like it. I don't, and I also don't expect, like my son didn't like comics. He doesn't care about comics. He doesn't care about superheroes. It takes a very rare guy to get involved in comic books. It's a rare thing, and it takes an extremely rare female to be interested in Star Wars. I think girls just don't like it. Girls don't like Star Wars. They don't care. And this idea of representation is absolute crap. They don't. It doesn't make a difference. It doesn't make a difference. I mean, look, if they were to put more, what's something really girly? I don't know. If they were to put more football players in these cooking shows on the Food Network, or these house renovation shows, what do women watch these days? If they were to put those guys, would you watch those shows? Like you wouldn't. You don't watch those shows because you don't not watch those shows because there isn't yourself represented on the screen. That is a weirdo leftist lie. I just need to see myself up there. Why? Why do you need to see yourself up there? What are you talking about? I don't need to see well, yes, I do. I do need to see myself. If you want to see yourself on the screen, just, I don't know, put a mirror where your TV is. I don't understand these people. Women don't like Star Wars. There are a few women who do, and that's great. But the idea of trying to get more women to like it, it's just, they're not going to. They don't like it. The idea of trying to get more of anyone to like something isn't going to happen. Either they do or they don't. Making changes that annoy the audience you already have in order to attract an audience that for some reason you'd prefer is weird. That's what Comicsgate is essentially all about. James Dean, creator of Conflict, says $2. People have been backing Conflict. Thank you. Yeah, go back Conflict by James Dean, and I think you'll dig it. Paul Godin, thanks for $2. At 100,000 subs, do Pie Quest 2. Search for Mud Pie. Pie Quest 2. Oh my gosh, dude. I should light this up here. Let me see. So the same guy who did the Cyberpunk video game. I hope I can actually show you guys this. Well, he decided to go ahead and make a video game making fun of me. All right, so he did a video game in honor of me. Run. Is this gonna work? And then he did a video game. Use. All right, let me extract this then. Every day I'm annoyed. Every day I'm annoyed by everything. He did a video game of me eating pies. And I don't know if you're interested in this or not. I don't know. I don't know why you would be interested in this, but I will show you. Okay. If it will open. Okay, yeah. And you will like this. Let me just turn all right, let's look at the, can you see Pac-Man with a big nose there? That is me. All right. Let's see how this works. That's my wife, by the way. Now you have to eat my family. Oh no, that was Hunter. What do you? I mean, what? I'm getting all the pies. Oh, Android got me again. If you can see down there. So yeah, is that the weirdest game, or is that the greatest game you've ever seen? I don't know. I don't know why this happens to me. I don't know why these things happen, but they do happen. We just have to acknowledge them. All right, let's keep scrolling down. Let's see. We want Christmas album EVS. Yeah, that's a good idea. I should do Christmas songs like John Legend. Yeah. All right, so everyone likes the pie game. Was that real? Yes, that was real. I was playing It was Pie Man, and that was me. It's not really. It's he made all my kids chasing me. Yeah. So you guys like Pie Man? Nose wasn't big enough. I thought it was pretty big. It looks like a carrot coming out of my face. Uh, yeah, they've no. Andrea's seen it, and Andrea looked at it weird. A comic book guy says it's creepy. LOL. So in the Cyberfrog video game, Cyberfrog can go play an arcade. So you can go play the arcade, and then that video game is going to come up. Gojirify says, for a live stream of you playing Pie Man, thank you for $5. That was absolutely amazing. It's called Pie Man. It's called Pie Man. It was not round enough. Too much hair. A lot of critics of Pie Man. The Void Fire. Okay. The Void Dwyer. Says, sorry, Story EVS, haven't received my copy of Cyberfrog. One of the European buyers' copies going out. At the same time, the Americans are, it's not finished yet. It's the book isn't finished yet. I've got 15 more pages to go of Cyberfrog before I send it out. So you haven't missed it. I've missed my deadline, as you know. I knew I kind of would. I set a deadline of November back in May, and thought that would be a good idea. And it was not a good idea for me doing 70 pages of artwork and all the other stuff that I do in my life. So I'm afraid we are about a month away from completion of Blood Honey, and then it's got to go to print. And look, screwed up the deadline on this. I screwed up the estimate. I didn't screw up the deadline. I didn't really give myself a deadline, but I screwed up the estimated time. And I'm now that this is the first time I've ever self-published. Now that I understand that, the second time around, it'll be a lot more of a conservative deadline, or estimated ship date. Johnny Dollar says, when we watch Star Wars Holiday Special online, all MST3K. Johnny Dollar, I already did that. I did it with the High Council, and you can find it right here on my channel. You can watch my backing track, my audio track of it. So that is available for you. But I have not watched the Star Wars Holiday Special with riff tracks yet this year, which I intend to do. I do that twice a year at Christmas time. It's my favorite Christmas special. Yeah, Tobor was in it. Some people watched it. It had the commercials in it and everything like that. Yeah. Classy to Me says, you said 14 pages last week. No, I said 16 pages last weekend. 16. Yeah. Elton John likes it. Pies. Yeah, people are saying take your time, but I'm walking the tightrope between taking my time and pushing through this. Here's the thing: this isn't a DC comic. It isn't a Marvel comic. This isn't something that is going to be on the shelf and then off the shelf in a month, and then something else is coming out. Again, I've said this all along. This is like the first Harry Potter book. So it's not a matter of I can finish 15 pages in a week if I had to. They'd look like garbage. This is a book that is going to exist for a long time. It's part 1 of 4, and then it's going to be bound into a compendium, a hardcover with like 300 pages long. 300 pages long. I can't rush it. It's actually got to be good. It's going to be, I want it to be just the ultimate thing that I've ever done. So that's the situation. Yeah. And the next one's got to be even better. And then the next one's got to be even better than that. Yeah. Comic Book Guy says, who's your favorite singer? I know it's a random question. Favorite singer is, well, I would say just one individual. I guess it's Frank Sinatra or Elvis. Might be Elvis. Jorge Versetti says, when you sleep, are you the I answered this. Are you the little or the big spoon? I assume, actually, I prefer, if I had to prefer. I don't know why you're asking that question. It's weird. I guess I would like to be the little spoon rather than the big spoon, because I would rather have somebody's weight on me than me put my weight on someone else. All right. It's like a weird question. But I hope now that you are, yeah, I hope that you are interested in that. Yeah, now everybody's like, now some people might disagree. Some people, some of you guys in here might prefer it to be the other way around. But yeah, I would prefer to, yeah, have someone else's weight on me than me have my weight on someone else. Don Draper says, make comics great again. Gojirify says, War Campaign was asking about spooning last night. Oh, I figured it was some weird War Campaign thing. I reopened Spoongate. Yeah, I guess it's an interesting question. It depends on a lot of things. Here's what it is. If we're talking about spooning in bed, the question is like, what do you need to be warm? Would you rather have your back warm or would you rather have your chest warm? Like, and also like how much body heat do you give off? And also how big are you compared to your partner? All of these things are important questions. Now, like I said, yeah, I would rather have someone on, like I'd rather have my back warm, and I'm too heavy. Like I'm big, I'll crush someone. Andrea would wake up the next day and be like, her back hurts. So that's these are deep concerns. Yeah, deep concerns. Praetorian doesn't like that. He doesn't like that. Yeah. Big spoon or right. Everybody wants to be the big spoon. Sometimes, but I can't sleep that way. Okay. Sierra Whiskey says, EVS, take the stream down so Jorge Versetti can't clip it. No, he's going to clip it. That's what they do. Every time I go on the War Campaign, they clip out 5-minute things of me saying whatever they want me, whatever the question they've answered me, whatever filth I speak, they clip it out and make a little private video. Or a smaller video, not a private video. It's public. It's very public. Justin Brown says, I slept in a separate room from my ex. I snored and bitch couldn't share bed space. Gojirify says that Edwin was on the War Council and he was asked that. What did Edwin say? What was Edwin's response to that incredibly weird question? We hit 400 and EVS might look better. What do you mean? 400 what? Let me see what's going on here. You guys are nutty. Oh, I want to see my social blade. Oh, I got royalties. Comic Artist Pro Secrets. All right, yeah, dude, we're rocking it right now. If you look at my social blade, 83,243 subscribers, and all right, let me see. I don't know if you guys know what Social Blade is, but Social Blade is you can actually keep an eye on somebody's YouTube account. You can see their analytics and stuff. So if you guys want to get an idea of how much ad revenue I make, et cetera, it's so weird. It's like, first of all, it seems to be inaccurate, and also it varies so widely. It's like, how much money does this YouTube channel bring in? Somewhere between 3 cents and $50,000 a month. Oh, thanks. Somewhere in that little margin, huh? My channel slipped to a B minus, which sucks. It was at a B. It slipped to a B minus. It's from all those live streams. Nigel Rhodes says, "Look at Mundane Mats." I know, dude. Mundane Mats is effed up. All right, so I got 337 new subscribers today. That is one of the biggest days I've had since before Solo. When Solo was coming out, I was getting like 1,000 subscribers a day. It was amazing. It was amazing. All right, let's see. Are you a fan of Dick Tracy? Wildcard Productions says, I'd like to know about how you design backgrounds when you need them. That's a big topic. How I design them. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not really sure how to answer that question. EVS to 100K by December 31st, says DJD Show. I don't think so. I think I might get to 85, though. I hope. Yeah. Splendopia says, you saw Last Jedi at the perfect time. Yes. Oh, my gosh. What does crushing it 425 mean? What are you guys talking about? You took a hit on Social Blade because of that video that was taken down. Maybe. I don't really know. All right, with that, I'm gonna get to work. I gotta draw bees and frogs today, and I can't let these live streams. Oh, 425 likes for this stream. Okay, I got it. Thank you so much, guys. Yeah, please click like. 1,000 people watching right now. If you guys would click thumbs up, I'd appreciate that. And I'm gonna get to work. I'm gonna work on Cyberfrog. I'm gonna do a little bit of part 2, maybe a couple segments for the second part of the documentary tonight. And I hope you guys dig it. Yeah, hail Centurions and all that. Have a great time, guys. I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.